Let me know when you're on, guys. Sorry, I'm just having a juice. It's warm today. So I'm going to actually do my skincare with you guys on today that I don't usually do. Only because I've been finding something from Superdrug really good, which I didn't expect. But the premise today is the W7 Socialite Palette again. Kind of a glam eye look. But let me know when you're on. Give me a thumbs up. Okay. I'm just going to start off with the Naturally Radiant Glycolic Acid Pads. And these are from Superdrug. And I've been finding them really good, guys. I tend to double and triple cleanse anyway. So I do use another cleanser. However, these have been really good. The only thing I'll say is they're not very big, and you don't get a lot in it. So it comes to about here, but it's not like a complete pack. So that's the only thing I would say. So I'm doing all my skincare. I hope everyone's well. If 7 p.m. on Mondays isn't a good time, let me know. But do let me know when you're on. And if 7 p.m. UK time isn't a good time for the lives, we can always look at that. Message me, let me know. We can do it at 8, but I thought this is a good time. So that again, these were about, I think, $7.99. They're the Radiant Naturally Radiant Glycolic Acid Pads. Glycolic acid is really good for your skin too. Just be careful, because if you've got very sensitive skin, it can kind of break you out. So I've done that basically. I'm going to go in with my Ordinary, but let me know when you're on, guys, because it's good to chat with you guys. I love doing my recorded videos, so do take a look at those. There's 2 up today. But today is the W7 Socialite palette. We're going to do like a glam eye look. This is what it looks like. And you've got really beautiful colours in this. So we're going to do that. But I thought I'd do my skincare routine with you guys today as well. This is the Ordinary serum. So I'm just going to pop some of that on as well. Do let me know when you're on. I'm just going to grab the mirror quickly if I'm looking away. I think this weekend just flew by for me. Absolutely flew by. I wish it was still Friday. I'm running out of this, so I have to be careful. Ronan24, hi. Hi, Ronan24. Thank you for joining if you're new. So I always put this in an upward motion. The Ordinary are really good, but they're also really affordable as well. So we're going to pop that on as well. Okay, now I'm not going out today, so I'm not going to use a moisturizer with an SPF in it. And this is from Superdrug's own. It's absolutely amazing. It has jojoba oil in it. It is a cream, but there's no SPF. Today, I'm not going to put on my Garnier SPF or, I'm going to put on a hydrating moisturizer. But obviously, it's the evening time here in the UK. So, Ronan24, sorry, I'm literally about to go. I just wanted to say hi, I'm a guy. I thought you were a guy. Ronan is an Irish name in Ireland, so I don't know if you're from Ireland or not, but I did realise you were a guy. But thank you for joining for the short amount of time that you were here. I appreciate it, Ronan. If I'm pronouncing it wrong, Ronan, please do tell me, but that's how we pronounce it in Ireland, and it's a very popular name for guys, so I did know that it was a guy. So this is Elle. Hey, this is Elle. Thank you for joining. So like I was saying, guys, I'm not going out today. So what I'm going to, well, it's the evening time here in the UK. It's 7 p.m. So I'm going to be using my Nourishing Oil Moisturizing Gel. It smells amazing, guys. It's gorgeous. It's from Superdrug. And it has, it's detoxifying for your skin as well. So that's pretty good. But thank you guys for joining. Thank you for the love hearts. Do let me know if there's makeup that you want to see. You can see, guys, it's like a gel. It looks like a cream, basically, but when you put it on, it's just like a gel, and it smells like oranges. It has that gorgeous orange smell, and it just maybe gives you a bit of a glow as well. So if you're somebody who doesn't really want to look too matte, it's really nice, guys, and it sets into the skin. Really nice. But it's been a crazy week, guys. My wisdom tooth still is coming out. So I thought my wisdom tooth was coming out last week. If you noticed, I put a post up 3, maybe 5 days ago now. God, it's making me look super shiny. Goes to show how oily and kind of how nourishing it is. 4 days ago, I put up a post to say that I thought I was getting my wisdom tooth out, and I'm sorry for not being on, because I literally, my jaw locked, guys. I couldn't get it. I had to take so many painkillers, but when I went to the dentist, they said it's kind of infected. So we need to put you on 7 days of antibiotics. So I'm finishing that day, finishing that tomorrow, and then Thursday I'm actually getting the extraction. So if anyone's ever gotten their wisdom tooth out, please let me know and tell me how you felt afterwards. I might have to go to work the next day, so I don't know how that's going to go. But let me know. This is Elle. What brands do you have? If you don't want to answer, that's fine. I don't mind. I've got lots of brands. So for the I like to do rotations because I'm so bad. I'll buy foundations and then not use them and then buy the next and buy the next. Same with eyeshadows. I'm not a super eyeshadow person in terms of brands, but I love blushes. I love bronzers, things like that. What we're using today is the CC Nude Glow from It Cosmetics. That's something I use a lot. I've self-tanned. Hi Turco, thank you for joining. I've self-tanned today, so I'm going to be popping this on. So it does kind of, usually it wouldn't be a color match for me. Other brands that I really love, this is Elle, is Rimmel. I think they're really underrated. They have so many good things and they come out with a lot of dupes and Maybelline. One brand that we don't get in the UK a lot is Essence and Catrice. So there are two brands that I'd love to kind of have more of, but I can't really. An Elf for me is kind of a go-to, so I always get their Brow Wiz pencil. Elf is really good too, but they kind of be the main ones. I started to really get into Revolution now for stuff. I've got a lot of well, not a lot, but I've got one or two Revolution lip kits because their Revolution kind of do a dupe of the Kylie Jenner lip kits. So I've been doing that too. That's kind of some of it. But yes, we've popped on our primer. I'm going to put on some, before that, some caffeine eye cream. And this is from the Inky List. And they're really affordable as well, guys. Super affordable. So I'm going to pop a little bit just under here. I have self-tanned today. Didn't realize how much. So what I use is I use Tanologist oil drops, pop them in my moisturizer, put it on, and then it develops overnight. And I really didn't expect it to go this dark, considering I only put a drop in. So if you've ever used Tanologist, it's a brand. They do mousse, they do cream. Mine is just an oil that you can pop into your moisturizer, and it really, even though it was just one, it developed really quickly, guys. So you can see that's how come I can use a deeper foundation tonight. But yeah, the Inky List are really good. And this is a caffeine eye cream. So that's what that looks like. If you can see, I got that on Cult Beauty, but it's available, I think, in Superdrug, Boots, most places. Walmart do it as well. So we're just going to pop that under the eye. But yeah, let me know, guys, if you've ever had a wisdom tooth out, because that's about to happen to me on Thursday. So yeah, I am expecting pain, obviously. The dentist was saying, like, during it, obviously you'll have you'll have pain relief and it'll be numb, but afterwards you'll probably need a lot of painkillers. I've had my wisdom teeth since I was a teenager. It's never ever been an issue, and it was only last week it just really started to hurt after so many years of having it. So yeah, at least it's being removed. So that's that. We're gonna leave that there. I did want to show you as well my NARS concealer. I got this as part of a Quattro, kind of the iconic four from NARS. So you got a blush, a bronze, a concealer, and the mascara. The mascara is Climax mascara. It's amazing. So yes, but let me know when you're on, guys. I love kind of chatting and interacting with you guys. This is kind of as well as the makeup, it's always nice to kind of interact and chat with my subscribers as well. Okay, so what I'm going to do is go straight in with that It Cosmetics. So this is the CC Nude Glow. So it's a color corrector. So it is color correcting, medium coverage, skin tint, brightening glow serum, SPF 40. So that's really good, guys. So I'm just going to pop it, and it has a pump. Anything with a pump is really good, I find. So we're just going to put that one out like that. Just pop that all over the skin, and I think I'll get away with this tone because I have self-tanned. I am going to wash my face with an exfoliator and a cleanser tonight because I have to go to work tomorrow, and I think I look really tanned, and that wasn't I didn't realize it was going to come out so dark, guys, considering it was just one drop. I can't believe that, like, the tan is just too, I feel like it's too much, but we'll see. Okay, so I'm just going to buff that out with my Real Techniques foundation brush really quickly. And we're going to spray it with a little bit of hydrating mist from Superdrug. Okay. And I'm just going to buff that around the face. I think it's a good colour match considering the tan. I wouldn't be able to use this, I think, if I didn't self-tan, but that's it. But over here, guys, because I'm from Ireland, I'm not like an NHS, which is the National Health Service over here. That's what NHS means. So I'm not an NHS is usually like not private. It's like you're entitled to a certain amount in terms of like dental care or medical care. And so this dentist, guys, is private. So I've had to pay private fee, which is astronomical. I did not realize because I've been really lucky with my teeth, guys. I've never really had to go to the dentist or anything like that. But I had to pay private, and you wouldn't believe the prices. Oh my goodness. There's like consultation fee, and then it's the appointment, and then it's aftercare. And oh my goodness, guys, honestly. I feel lucky that I've never had another issue before now, but oh my god. So that's actually a serum as well, guys. So if you can see, the glowiness is still coming through. That's because we have that moisture gel, which was really glowy, but then also it does say It Cosmetics CC Nude Glow Serum. So you're kind of getting lots of kind of benefits to your skin, kind of hydrating is what I'd say. Okay, so we're going to pop the concealer on now. So this is the NARS, and this is in Creme Brulee. But yes, guys, I have found that I've never had so much pain with the teeth, and I'm really quite good. I'm quite good when it comes, I've got a kind of a high pain threshold. But my goodness, guys, when you have tooth pain, it affects you a bit dizziness because obviously you can't eat what you would usually eat, so then you're not getting enough food. And then, I was using the straw to drink and things, guys, it's just crazy. So even though it's going to be, I'm sure, painful, I think long term, once my wisdom tooth is out, I'll be so happy. So yeah, just here, I'm just doing it where the redness is. Okay, so that's enough for me. So I'm just going to warm it up with the fingers first. And then I might go in with an under eye concealer brush or something like that, just to get it under the brow. But do let me know when you're on, guys. I'll do the kind of it's really important for me to interact with you guys. As you can see, if you look at my channel and say, for example, you haven't seen my channel and you're just on the live stream now, I do mental health videos, I do smoothies, I do a lot of other things other than makeup. But I think going live is nice because when you're doing makeup, because it's a process and you can kind of chat to people. So if they want to chat to you, you kind of can interact and while you're doing makeup and talk about various things. But if you do take a look at the profile, you can see in the playlist, there's various things I kind of do on the channel. So I actually didn't really need a brush for that, which is really nice. It's really kind of, I like the NARS concealer because it's not too thick. It's not something that I would really use. If you notice, guys, it's a smaller one. So I got the tester version because I usually use my Rimmel or my e.l.f. hydrating concealer. So that's kind of that. What I'm going to do really quickly, because I don't want to set too much. I don't want to look too matte, but I am going to set the under eye. And this is Revolution in Rose, and it's just a setting powder, basically. So we're going to do that. The only thing I would say was I'd love if it had like a sifter that you could kind of just dip your brush into without having to kind of pour it out. But it's fine. It's not the biggest complaint in the world. So I'm just going to pop some on here. It really works, guys, in saying that, and it's super travel friendly because if I show you in comparison to the size of my hand, I mean, it's super travel friendly. It's not that big, but you can see here a lot comes out, so you have to be really careful. So I'm just going to go in with this is my concealer brush from e.l.f. and I'm just going to use it as like a setting, so it looks like on the brush, and just set the under eye. That is where, there in the T-zone for me is where the makeup starts to come off. If this was during the day, guys, I would obviously use an SPF underneath my makeup. But in saying that, guys, that foundation or that CC cream, where have I put it? My makeup desk is crazy right now. Here, has an SPF of 40. So, I mean, that's really good as well. It Cosmetics are quite good for kind of their SPFs and things like that. So I'm just going under the eye. Again, photos will be natural lighting in my post section afterwards. But don't be shy, guys. If you're on, definitely let me know. So that's kind of all I've done, is kind of go under the eye. What I then do is I go in with my puff, which has like a little part for your hand here, I do a reapply again, and I just really get to the places where I couldn't go before. So we're just gonna do a little bit more and go in with my powder puff. Focus maybe on the corner side like that. That's what it looks like. And we're just going to press that into the skin, and you can see it really does have a little bit of fallout, as you can see there a moment ago, but it's quite good just to get the shine off the areas you don't want to shine, basically. That's what it looks like. We're going to go under again. And let me know, guys, when you're on, what you do. If you're a student, or do you work? Are you going to college? What are you doing at the minute? Okay, so that's kind of just matte, not mattify because I don't want to be too matte, but it's definitely going to just keep under eye areas from creasing, from kind of, you know, throughout the day, throughout the evening. It's going to kind of keep it set, basically. And the Revolution Matte Oil Fixing Spray, I know it says matte, but actually, guys, it doesn't come off too dry, and it sets everything, guys. Honestly, I didn't even have to use brow gel. You can use like a pencil brow application with this, and it fixes it. It's amazing. It's from Revolution. I know I showed in my last video that I got the e.l.f. gripping spray. I'm not going to use that until this is finished because it's amazing. So what we're going to do, talking about eyes and brows, I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. and this is the Holy Strokes Microfine Brow Pencil. So you hold it upside down. You have to give it a shake for 15 seconds. I tried it the other day on video. I wasn't amazingly impressed. But we'll keep going with it. We'll keep going there. They didn't have my usual pencil that I get. I usually get the e.l.f. Precise Brow Pencil, but they didn't have it. So this is the kind of, this is what it came in, the packaging. And so you just, light buildable pigment, waterproof, smudge resistant, microfine brush tip. So you do have to turn it upside down, really shake it to get the liquid on the tip, and then you apply it. So that's what we're going to do. I'm just going to get a drink of juice, guys. It's really hot here today. I think it's just how my house is. It's not hot in the UK today, don't get me wrong. But I think it's just the room in here is quite small, and I've been using my cameras, and the lighting, I think, it just builds up the heat. But let me know, guys, if you're in college, what you're doing, working. If you don't know what I do, guys, I'm a freelance makeup artist, but I also work in support work. So I'm a support worker for dementia patients and autistic and Fragile X syndrome patients. And before that, I worked as a teacher. So that's kind of a little bit about me in special needs and also in Montessori teaching. So that's kind of a little bit about me. So as you can see, it has to be brown. And what I mean by that is that it comes off white. So the tip is actually white, but until you really, really shake it for at least 15 seconds, then you know it's ready to go, basically. So what I'm going to do is use my smaller mirror and just set the brows like that. But yes, so I originally was, if you don't know anything about me, or this is your first time checking out this, you're on the stream, I started out as a special needs teacher, qualified in makeup artistry online with Nathan Johnson, QC Makeup Academy. But throughout that, I worked in schools, and then I've recently, just the last couple of years, worked as a support worker with dementia, autistic, and Fragile X syndrome patients. So that's what I'm doing now. But predominantly before that was teaching and special needs with, you know, primary school age children. So let's see if you can see a difference, guys, there. Not really. So you do have to, I will say, guys, I really like e.l.f., but this particular product I'm not very impressed with. I'm sorry, I'm just not. And I love e.l.f., don't get me wrong, but it really takes a lot to show any colors. So we're really kind of shaking that. And I'm pressing it in to get more of a defined look. So it takes a minute or two, guys. It's not something that you could rush and do in 5 minutes. Now we're starting getting somewhere. I can't pronounce your name, but thank you for saying hi. I'm saying hi back. Thank you for joining. So that was what I did, guys. I qualified in a Montessori teaching diploma. That was the ages from 3 to 10, 3 years to 10 years old. And then I went into and did special needs. And I worked in teaching for a long time. And then I had 2 jobs for quite a while. I worked in a manager for an after school of a primary school for 7 years. And then I kind of, as well as that, because I had some free time, I started my support work with dementia and autistic and Fragile X syndrome, Down syndrome patients as well. So that's kind of where I'm at the minute. Support work is very rewarding, but if you know support workers, they do night shifts too, so that can certainly be tiring and challenging. But it's a rewarding job. It just can be tiring. So I love my downtime where I can do makeup and chat to you guys and do my longer kind of form recorded videos too. I do love that. So again, I'm really hoping, guys, that I don't have to replace this, because this is the second time I've used it, and it's taking longer to get where I usually would with, say, a pencil or something else. So I'm sorry that it's taking this long, but I replaced it thinking that it will be better, but actually you should probably just stick to what you know when you really like a product. So okay. So if you're also just checking on the stream now, wondering a little bit more about me. So I'm originally from Ireland. I've been over here since 2017 now. I was over before, but then I went back home to Ireland for a year or two. And I've been here now since 2017 in Oxford. I'm originally from Dublin in Ireland. So most of my family are back home. I do go back as much as I can. And England and Ireland aren't too far from each other, but obviously you do still miss your family and stuff when you're away. Particularly my mum, we're quite close. So yes, so I think we need to just leave the brows there, guys, because I don't think I'm going to get any more out of that. And in fact, guys, I don't think, even though I bought it like last week, don't think I'm going to use it again. You do need to really work with this to get any product out. I can even see one is even slightly lighter than the other, and we've really worked with that, guys, for at least 5 minutes. So for me, it's just not for me. It might work for other people, but I prefer the pencil or something like that, where you can really just see exactly what you're doing straight away. So yeah, so that's that. So let's go in with the bronzer. This is the Fenty Beauty from Rihanna, and it's her Sunstalker Caramel Cutie. So we're going to use that. I love the packaging, very kind of reminiscent of Charlotte Tilbury. So yeah, quite new. I've had it about 3 or 4 weeks, as in using it, but I got it for my birthday. It was a gift for my birthday, so from a friend. So it does have a full length mirror, and it has her logo as well there. So if I'll just swatch it for you guys, that's what it looks like. We're going to go and get my Real Techniques contour brush. I do find Real Techniques really good, and if you really wash the brushes and keep them really well, they do last a long time. So I'm just going to pop some. That's what it looks like on the brush. Now, I wasn't sure, because this was a gift, I wasn't sure if this was like a color match for me, and I guess because it was a gift they didn't check or anything, but they guessed. But we'll see. I mean, I've tried it once before and I think we made it work. We just blended it out a bit. So my mirror, I'm just starting here. You can see, guys, it certainly is darker. And what I'm going to do now is go straight in with the Big Bertha, which is from DJS Beauty, and we're really going to just blend that almost immediately out, because I think the products we used were so serum based that it actually stuck to a part of my skin, if you saw that there. So I've just done that, but you saw a moment ago it literally just stuck to a part of the skin. So it might not be my color. I think it's slightly darker, but again, if you self tan or anything like that, you could also use it as eyeshadow, things like that. You don't have to necessarily use it as bronzer. I'm going to be really careful going in, under the cheekbones. But yes, that's kind of the background for me, guys. If you're kind of just watching right now, you can see that. I'm being super careful, guys, because it did literally just stick to certain places, and I don't know if that's because it's serum in terms of like the foundation and creams and things we used were very serum based. So I'm just moving that upwards. Okay. Okay, I'm not sure this is the right one for me in terms of the tone, but we'll still work with it. and I never really bring it down further than here. So what we're going to do is blend that out again. This is the Big Bertha. It's from DJS Beauty. And it's a great, great brush. And then I'm just putting everything back into the hairline itself. Okay. The blush I'm going to tell you about today is from Primark. It's PS blush, gorgeous pigmented blush, lovely packaging too. It's in Sangria. So let's just open that. This is what it looks like. Amazing, amazing color there. If I just swatch it for you quickly, that's kind of how deep it is. So you have to be super careful when you're applying it. That's the only thing I'll say. So I'm going to use an angled brush today for that. So yeah, so as I said before, like currently I'm a support worker, working at 5 to 6 days a week, and one of those is an overnight, the rest are day shifts. So it can get kind of tiring, but I do enjoy it, and it's just that you have to kind of keep yourself healthy and keep yourself going, because it is such a high kind of impact job as well. Some days it can be very, very kind of not so busy, and other days it can just be crazy in terms of kind of what you have to do that day. So again, I'm going in with the Big Bertha, and then all I'm doing is fanning out that blush that I did so that it doesn't show as harsh as it did before. But you can see what I mean. I always bring my blush right up as well into the high cheekbones as well. So as you turn, you can kind of see there's sort of a shimmer to that as well. And what I'm going to do is go in again with another clean, this is a clean blending brush, and we're just blending that out really gently, just so as we can turn to the side, we see a slight blush color, but we can also see it go up here. So it's kind of bringing up the jaw, if you know what I mean, bringing up the face. So we're going to use what's remaining on the brush because this is so strong. I don't think I'll have to go in straight away again. As you can see, I didn't. And we're going to then bring that up as well. And we're going to go into that W7 Socialite palette, guys. It is a dupe. And is it a dupe for Anastasia Beverly Hills, or is it a dupe for Huda Beauty? If you know, let me know in the comments. I'll show it to you. So the W7 Socialite palette, and it's definitely a dupe for either Huda Beauty or or Anastasia Beverly Hills. I will show you the colors in a moment. So as you can see, I didn't even need to dip in twice to that. We used one application, guys, on our brush, and that's all we needed. So yeah, again, do let me know when you're on, guys. And do consider subscribing to the channel if you do like kind of content in terms of mental health, smoothies, lifestyle, and makeup. So that's called Sangria. It's from Primark. They do lighter shades. So if you're into very bright pinks, they do bright pinks. But I think I'm just going through a phase where I really like darker blushes. I don't know. I think it just complements my skin more. So that's what that looks like, guys. Packaging is amazing. It has kind of the PS Primark logo there as well. So yeah, so that's kind of the base as such done. So let's have a look at those colors. So again, you do have the colors on the back. So this is our W7 Socialite palette. Do say hi when you're on if you haven't already. So that's what that looks like. And then you get a full length mirror, but I won't blind you guys. And you can see these are used, guys, so forgive me, it is a used palette. But look at those absolutely stunning colors, guys. You get glitters and shimmers, and then you get your mattes. So it's perfect for kind of like a glam look. Absolutely gorgeous. And summer, it's perfect for summer, guys. Oh my gosh. You know, on the beach, or if you're going to a party, if you're away, or just a night out. I mean, look at those colors, guys. I could keep it there all night and you could stare at it, but we won't. And there is, again, a full-length mirror too. But I will kind of look afterward. I'm thinking it's a Huda Beauty dupe, and I can't remember. It might be Anastasia, but I'm nearly sure it's Huda Beauty. So we're going to go in with a crease color. I'm just going to have a quick look. So they're all named as well, guys. They're all named. And W7 are a very, very affordable brand, guys. So they do a lot of dupes too. So they were one of the very first companies to dupe Drunk Elephant's bronzing drops. And I have the W7 version, and it is absolutely, I have the Drunk Elephant too, but the W7 version of the bronzing drops, you know, I think was it February when bronzing drops just took over. W7, I have theirs, and it is exactly, guys, they could be the same, honestly, and it lasts all day. You just obviously shake the bottle first, and honestly, it blends so well. You would not think it was a lower end. So definitely have a look at W7. It's worth your while looking at this brand. because I mean, over time, I've gotten so many really good things from them. So let's have a look. So we're going to go in with a crease color. But I would certainly recommend, if you're thinking of bronzing drops and you don't want to spend a huge amount of money, because you know there's a lot of high-end companies out there, which is fine, they do their stuff too, but W7 do absolutely amazing quality bronzing drops. So definitely take a look at that. And I do have a video actually on them as well, where I kind of have side by side Drunk Elephant and W7. So do take a look at that video too. Honestly, guys, I can't say enough about W7. Now, don't get me wrong, sometimes they'll dupe certain things, and it doesn't always work out. Like sometimes their mascaras, you know, aren't waterproof, but their actual products in terms of foundations, blushers, eyeshadows. I mean, this is obviously a duped eyeshadow palette. I do think it's Huda Beauty. Now that I'm trying, I just can't think of the name. So this is it. Let's have a look, guys, because I'm chatting away. Let's go for a crease color. So I think I'll go with this is Complicated. So we're going to go into the crease with this. I'm going to go in with my e.l.f. fluffy brush. Oh, sorry, this is my DJS Beauty. So I got this when I got the Big Bertha brush. They gave me a gift free, and this is their eye fluffy brush basically. So I'm going to be putting that on rather than placing it. I'm going to use a fluffy brush, and this is what it looks like. This is the color we're using. And that's what it looks like on the brush. So I'm just going to bring the mirror a little closer. Look ahead. Now I go a little bit higher, guys, because I've got slightly hooded eyes. So if I did that and then kind of went ahead, it would disappear. The color would completely disappear. So I'm going to go slightly up and kind of very gently, and you'll see the color almost immediately, guys. Their colors are stunning, and this is what I mean. So if you're looking for an amazing setting spray too, Revolution's Matte Fix Oil Control Fixing Spray, absolutely amazing, guys. Last summer, I think it must have been 28 degrees. For us in the UK, is really, really, in Ireland, 28 degrees is hot for us. And I was in Oxford meeting a friend all day. I mean, it must have been 10 hours at least. And this worked. So honestly, guys, it's not high end, it's Revolution. It's called Max Fix Oil Controlling Fixing Spray. Couldn't get my words out. And honestly would highly recommend. So we're just going to kind of fluff out the edges there, just so it's not too harsh. But this is a beautiful color. Okay, Foden, hello, do you remember me? Forensic Foden. I do remember you from a couple of lives a while back. Yes, thank you for joining. How are you? Thank you for joining. I appreciate it. Thank you for coming back. Obviously, guys, 7 p.m. UK time is when my videos go out in terms of lives. If that doesn't actually work, and maybe an 8 o'clock UK time would be better, I would definitely appreciate the feedback, because I'm only saying that so that you guys can make the live, because I was requested kind of in January, February time to start doing lives. I'd always done longer form content, never considered lives, and then I was asked and requested to do lives, so that's what we're doing. But thank you, Foden, for joining. Yes, I do remember you. So I hope you're well, and your Monday went well. So that's it, guys. As you can see, it came off really strong when we first applied it, but then I went in and I gently blended the harsh lines out, and you can see it just gave that lovely kind of crease color. And I didn't go in because I do have slightly hooded eyes, so as I kind of look forward, you can still see the color. So we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Thank you, Foden, for joining. Hope you're well. And again, guys, do say hello, especially if you're new. Take a look at the channel. I don't just do makeup. I do various videos like mental health. There was a mental health video that went out today. There was I've tried Real, which is like a company that were on Dragon's Den. So that's a separate video I'm talking about. And they're like a green they've kind of made their own sort of green powder that you can add to smoothies, soups, anything like that. So if you're trying to kind of eat a little bit better and just kind of change maybe 1 or 2 habits, I've gotten their Real powder, and you can add it into like water or smoothies. So I did a video on that today, so do have a look. But yeah, so I'm doing the same thing on the other side, going above the crease, because I do have slightly hooded eyes, so that when you look forward, you can still see the color. We are going to go in with that glitter. I want to play with that glitter today, guys. This is one of my favorite palettes. Look at the glitter, guys. Oh my goodness. So yeah, so we're going in there. Let's go in. But I hope you're well, Foden. And thank you for joining. As I said before, thank you to everybody. That's what I've done, guys. This kind of lighting seems to kind of, this side shows it a little bit better than that, but they are equal in the mirror. I'm looking ahead. Um, Okay, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to use my finger for one of these shimmers. So I'm not going to go in with a glitter. So a glitter and a shimmer, they're very different, guys. So if you're asking what's the difference, a shimmer is very loose. It's very, no, glitter, sorry. So glitter is extremely loose. It's bright, it's hugely pigmented. And you really have to be careful where you put it. A shimmer is in between matte and a little bit more of a shiny eyeshadow. And that's what we're going to look at in the inner corner. And we're going to just choose that now. I'm just going to have a drink because I am warm today, guys. I don't know, I'm warm. Okay, so we're going to go in. Let's have a look. Bright. I want to look. I'm looking for bright. So it's in between. I think I'm going to go for pink diamond. So I'll just show you because there's a various amount of pinks. This one here, pink diamond, which is a shimmer. I'm going to rub that on my finger just to warm it up. I always pop shimmers and glitters on the eye with my hand or my finger because it's just easier. This is what it looks like. So you can see it's not super jumping off the screen, but it's definitely a shimmer. So we're just going to, in the corner of the eye, and gently bring that out, as you can see. So you're getting like a multi-tonal look. You're getting the pink, but you're also getting that kind of shimmery look as I kind of look forward. Okay, we're going to go, and this is pink diamond. So I couldn't really recommend W7 highly enough, guys. If you're trying to save for other things in life, maybe you've got things going on, but you want to have a nice collection of makeup, W7 are a really good brand. Again, I cannot say how good their bronzing drops were. And we all know, I think it was February time, the bronzing kind of drops just hit everywhere. It was just like a phenomenon. Everyone was talking about it. Every single company came out with their version of bronzing drops. So I have the Drunk Elephant one, but the W7 is just as good, guys. They do have their own website and they're also on Amazon. So as you can see, guys, I'm not going all the way out. I'm really focusing on the inner corners there. So let's... Okay. So guys, so I've just made it so that it's, you can really see it. There's a little bit of glitter, but it's not kind of jumping out at you. So that when we do, I want NARS to also be the star of the show, because this mascara, guys, if you're somebody who can't really wear lashes, not that they can't wear them, but you either have difficulty with them or you get like an allergic reaction from the glue, NARS is amazing, guys. This is called Climax. This was part of their Iconic 4. So they brought out a couple of weeks ago, they brought out NARS Iconic 4. So basically that's their 4 most iconic products. So that included concealer, blusher, bronzer, and their most popular since they've ever kind of been created, mascara, which is Climax mascara. This, as you can see, is a little bit smaller only because I got a tester version. You got the 4 products for £30 on Look Fantastic. So for 4 products of NARS for £30 is very rare, and that's why they're a little bit smaller, because I think it's kind of like the tester versions. But it's amazing, guys, absolutely amazing. I would also always say curl your lashes as well. So what I'm going to do is, I can see that that's definitely, look, really, I'm happy with it, but I'm going to go in with Old Money because I want a little bit more kind of definition there. So this is what Old Money looks like, and you can see it's a little bit deeper. And we're going to go in here just a little bit. You can see there, it's a little bit more obvious, and that's kind of what I want. But I love this palette for the shimmers, guys. So this is called Old Money. Okay, so that's kind of what I was looking for, that deeper kind of pink, but you can still see a multi-tonal as I kind of go from side to side. The multi-tonal is there as well. So really summer kind of festival. I think summer festival, going out, you know, or even if you're somebody who needs a full glam look every day, then you can use this. But for me, it would be going out if I was going somewhere with friends, that kind of thing. So what I'm going to do then, just on the outer corner, before we go in with that mascara, is I'm going to go with a deeper outer lid color. So that's going to be Cosmopolitan here. And I'm just going to swatch it for you guys. That's Cosmopolitan. It actually might be a bit too light. Let's go in with Classy. There, it's a bit deeper. Okay, so we'll go in with Classy. And I'm going to use a placement brush for that. So let's have a look. Placement brush here. And we're just going to pat down the product on the eye with that. So we've got to go in there. And this is what it looks like. A little bit darker. That's kind of what I was looking for. So we're going to the inner corner, outer corner of the eye. As you can see, I will swatch it for you guys because it's coming off a little bit lighter on screen. There is a bit of fallout. I can see the fallout. I'll fix that. Let's just get the other eye done. I'm just looking over at the mirror. Okay. Let's just try to brush off the excess there. I actually might go in with polished because I want to go a bit deeper. So we're going to go in with polished using the same brush. That's it. That's that's kind of a deeper tone that I was looking for. Okay, so what we're going to do is just blend that now with our TJS Beauty Fluffy Blending Brush. And then bring that color just above the lid. And then we're going to go in with that NARS mascara. I'm going to curl the lashes first. So you can see I've kind of gone for the pink multi-tonal look tonight because I thought summer is here. You know, I've also got the Revolution Lip Duo, which is a dupe for the Kylie Jenner lip kits. So we're going to be doing that too. And then what I'm going to do on the inner corner is go in for a little bit of glitter. So also not forgetting highlight. So I'm going to be using highlight on the cheekbones as well. This is from e.l.f. It's their duo. This is in Watermelon. So we're going to be using this as a highlight today as well. Okay, so let's just curl the lashes. The NARS obviously is their Climax mascara. So we're just going to curl the lashes first. This makeup desk is just crazy, guys. Sorry, I'm just going to find my smaller mirror. Curl the lashes. Do comment, guys, and I hope if you do watch this, do put hashtag replay so that I know you've been here. I appreciate not everybody can get on at 7 p.m. I know it's so this is just from this is actually a newer one that I got because I had one from e.l.f. for years and it just kind of broke after. I mean, I had it for 4 years, so I can't complain, but this is London Studio and it's from Superdrug and it has that cushion effect, so it's really, really gentle on the lashes as well. So we're just going to look in the mirror. I always try to curl the lashes if I can before any mascara is put on. Okay, and now we're just going to use the same mirror, but I'm just going to pop on the mascara. I'll show you what the mascara wand looks like. So this is NARS Climax mascara, part of the Iconic 4 collection, and that's what it looks like there. So thicker bristles basically. But yes, February time I was asked to start doing lives and that people wanted to interact. So this is definitely something that I would love to do. And it didn't even occur to me really because I've done longer form content for so long. And I've really enjoyed it and got really good feedback from it. But I'm loving the fact that I can interact with you guys and chat. And that's really a part of the channel. It's become a part of the channel for me and something that I look forward to. So I'm going to look down. When you look down with mascara, you get a bit more control as well. So I'm just going to, this is also a really good brush. It doesn't clump the lashes, particularly on the inner corners as well. But take a look at my channel, guys. If you're new, you can see that it isn't just makeup that I do. I do mental health, I do smoothies, lifestyle. And I am building the channel, so I do love to have your guys' feedback as well. Is really important to me. Okay, So you can see that is only two applications, and you would think that I had wispies on, like mini wispies or something. That's what I'm saying. If you're somebody who just can't kind of get their head around false lashes, or you're allergic, or there's a lot of allergies people have these days, NARS Climax is absolutely amazing, guys, honestly. Okay. So I think 2 to 3 coats for tonight is okay, but you could certainly keep going, and you can imagine that you would get a really big lash. Obviously, you've then curled the lashes with it. I would always recommend using a lash curler before you go to mascara, because the mascara will just follow the curve of your lashes, and naturally our lashes go out, they don't go up. So curling them will then just enhance the effect, and that's what you want. So we focused on the pinks today. I can always focus on the golds and browns. I can't remember the name. It is a Huda Beauty dupe now that I think about it, but the actual palette, the dupe, the name of the palette, it's just, I can't remember it, guys. So I apologize about that. But okay, so that's that. We're going to do the other side now. I'm going to curl that lash. Lastly, then we're going to go in with our Revolution Lip Duo after the other eye obviously is done. So you get your lip liner and you get your liquid, and this is called Queen. I also have Brunch, which was in the other video previously, and they're great. They're kind of I've got a Kylie Jenner I've got one of her kits that I can put on. I can go on live, or else I'll do in a longer form content. I do have one and they're really good, but these are just as good. These are from Revolution, and they do the lip kits, and they're quite kind of reasonably priced. I think they're about £7, so that's good. So I'm just going to curl the other lash, and we're going to get going with that mascara. Again, the mascara is waterproof as well, just in case you're wondering. It is waterproof. We're just going to get my mirror and go back in with the lash curler. Thank you for joining today, guys. I appreciate people that have, and I know 7 o'clock UK time may be a little bit later, but I think it just suits kind of the lifestyle that I have at the minute. And I thought in the evening time, it's good for people to kind of, you're not in work, things like that. And if you haven't seen it, do pop down #replay and consider subscribing if it's kind of if you're interested in beauty, mental health, lifestyle, that kind of thing. And again, I always, as you can see in some of my longer form content, I definitely listen to my subscribers. And if there's something requested, it's always kind of, I always take that on board and do a longer form content based on a request. So always that as well. So we're just going to kind of do the next one. So these lash curlers are from Superdrug from Studio London. And they're really good. They've got the cushion, as I said before, that little cushion in there as well. Okay, we're going to go back in with our mascara. Again, as I said before, it's waterproof. But for summer, guys, this is a perfect summer look. And you could certainly go deeper, or you could do a really big smoky eye with the browns. But I love light, bright colors. I think because I've got brown eyes, I tried to make the kind of eyeshadow kind of maybe pop a bit lighter, and kind of make it a bit more of a kind of focal point. I do love brown eyeshadow, don't get me wrong, and brown smoky eyes. I love the warm brown tones. But for me, I kind of like putting brighter colors on, because I think it kind of then just reflects a bit better on my eye color. But that's just a personal choice for me. A little bit of fallout there, which isn't usual for NARS, but I can, a little bit, not much, maybe a tiny bit of fallout there. Okay, so that's 2 to 3 coats on either side. Definitely comment if you're just joining, and then do go back and put #replay. As I said before, guys, the big thing for me is interacting with you guys on the lives. That's my big thing. Because it was requested. As I said before, I did do years and years of longer form content. And if you go back into my live section, I think I've only done 8. I think it's maybe 8 or 9 I counted the other day. So do take a look, guys, because if there's something that you'd like to chat about, you always know I'm here on Mondays, 7 p.m. UK time. Last week was an exception. If you haven't been from the beginning of this live, I have been explaining that I'm getting my wisdom tooth out this week. Thought it was last week, so I couldn't come on because I was on pain relief and antibiotics and everything else. So definitely, guys, do tune in. Okay, so before the lips, I want to go into this e.l.f. duo, and unfortunately guys, this isn't available anymore on Elf. I have searched. I also heard another YouTuber that I follow say that they can't find it anymore on the Elf website. This is literally it's called Watermelon. It's their Elf duo blush and highlight. Now tonight we're just going to be using the highlight, but it's not available. It's such a shame because it came in different shades. It came in deeper, brighter, and I don't know, maybe it wasn't selling well, but I heard a lot of people on YouTube talk about this, so I got it and I reviewed it and I loved it, and then went to find another color and it's just not on their website anymore. So I'm not quite sure what happened. Maybe it wasn't doing well, but lots of people were saying it was such a shame that they stopped selling this. But this is Elf's Watermelon and it's their highlight and blush duo. So that's what that looks like. So I'm going to just swatch it for you on one of fingers that doesn't have eyeshadow on it. Here. So that's the highlight today. Look at that, guys. So I always just pop that maybe above the cheekbone and it complements the blush. And then if you do need to kind of, look at that, guys. So I'm going to bring this more towards the cheekbone, but that was just to show you as you turn, that's what you get. Really kind of an icy nude look. So what I'm going to do is I am going to kind of blush it away slightly, brush it away, blush it away, brush it away slightly so the harshness goes. So there you go, the harshness is kind of gone. But that's the kind of effect you get, guys. And they just stopped making them, and it was such a shame because a lot of people on YouTube were saying they couldn't find it. I even tried Amazon, maybe people were trying to sell it, but I couldn't find it. It's their duo, blush highlight duo, and they're just not available anymore. But I absolutely love it, guys. I continuously spray it, keep it hygienic, because I know I'm not going to be able to get it again, basically. So we're just gonna, this is what it looks like there. Like, look at that, guys. You could even use that like on the inner corner if you wanted to. We could do that. Maybe we're going too far tonight. So well, it kind of works. This wasn't expected, but we could do that. Yeah, that kind of works, I think, slightly. So that was something I wasn't planning. Okay, so and the highlight then above the cheek on the other side. But never be afraid to comment, guys. I appreciate people who are there, but I also do appreciate people who don't comment, because I'm like that too. Sometimes I'll go on a live and I'll absolutely love looking at that person, and then sometimes I feel a bit kind of nervous to comment. So I totally understand, guys. I totally get it. So we're gonna, so look at that. Oh my goodness, guys, just what, look at that. And that's what people were saying. No, I saw a lot of YouTubers like saying, can anybody find this? I can't find it anymore. And Elf are just not doing it. So I'm not sure. Maybe the only thing I can think of is that obviously, you know, as a business, it may not have been kind of selling as much as their other products, but oh my goodness, guys, such a shame. But I'm just gonna fan that out again just so the harshness goes. But look each side, guys, amazing. And you can put highlight anywhere you want. You can kind of pop it maybe just below here on the lip, just here, and then maybe a little bit up here, just to give ourselves a little bit of a shine. So let's get to that lips before we go. So this is the Revolution Lip Duo. Again, they're kind of duping the Kylie Cosmetics and Kylie Jenner Cosmetics. I do have Kylie Jenner, one of her lip kits. I will put it, I will do it if you request it below if you want me to. I think it's like one of her brunch. I think it's called Brunch. But it's really, really good. I think it was one of her original colors that she came out with. So this is what this looks like here. Now, again, with the mascara, guys, if I come close, you can see I did 2 or 3 coats. You could certainly go, you know, heavier if you wanted to, but for me, I think this is okay. So we're going to line the lips first. I'm just going to take a drink because the lights, I love the lights, but it's quite warm. Okay. So let's, I just want to say I love Elf, but I'm slightly disappointed with the, is the Holy Strokes Microfine Brow Pen. I think we really had to work with that today, guys. And I found that in the previous longer form content video too. I had to really work with it to get it to work. So it's not something I personally, I think, will use again. Unfortunately, I think I will have to repurchase maybe the e.l.f. pencil. I love e.l.f. It's nothing against e.l.f. This just for me, you shake it obviously, which I don't have an issue with. But if I just show you guys, this is me pressing really hard. And this is as much as I'm getting. So look at that, guys. And that's me having shaken it. Like I did everything it said, and it's just, if you've tried it, guys, let me know, because I've just had I just don't think I can reach for that again and depend on it really, without being there for quite a while trying to kind of get it to work. So that's that. Let's go on with the lips. So we're going to go in with Brunch. Or is this Brunch or is this Queen? This is Queen from Revolution. And we're just going to line the lips quickly. I'm just looking ahead in the corner of the mirror. I'm just going to warm it up. I'm going to just swatch it for you guys. This is Queen. So just take a look at that. That's Queen. Gorgeous color, guys. And I always cover the entire lip. You can see kind of the difference from the top to the bottom. It's that like a lighter in between pink and baby pink, I think, is kind of what you would. If I just show you, there's the lips and there's the swatch. So you can kind of see there's definitely kind of a color match. So that's kind of what that looks like. So that's the liner, the lip liner. I'm looking super glowy. I think it's because we use the serum moisturizer and the serum foundation. It's making me look really glowy. So I just noticed that on camera. So now we're going to go in with the, so you got them as a set together. So now we're going to go in with the, so this is the Queen lip liner. We're going to go in with the Queen kind of lip gloss. And then you'll see kind of the finished look. I'm going to go in with my smaller mirror with this, guys, just so I can see properly. Okay. And again, pictures will be in natural lighting and posts after the live. And that's the color, guys. So that's the color. I really like it. I think it almost gives you, not that it's a plumping effect, but it does look like that. I think you could certainly go in and kind of put like a brown there and kind of make it more like of a textured look, but I'm happy with this. So that's Revolution's Queen lip liner and lip gloss duo. And it's really good. It stays on all day. And what I'm going to do is just pop on the Revolution setting spray. Let's give that a bit of a shake. Revolution Matte Fix Oil Control Fixing Spray. And that's the finished look. I appreciate I'm looking super glowy, but again, I think we had so many lovely kind of serum-y ingredients in the moisturizer. And then the IT Cosmetics is a serum. It's a color corrector serum. And so it really is making the face look shinier than usual. But I'm hoping that the pictures will show kind of the natural lighting. I'm loving the color, guys. This is Queen from Revolution, and we use the W. So let's go through, before I go, guys, why don't I just go through everything that we used. So the first thing we did is we used our primer, which was the Fix and Perfect primer from Rimmel. Then we went ahead and we went straight in with our foundation. Obviously, I did my skincare, so you can go back and look at that. My skincare was done on as well. The foundation was the IT CC Cream SPF 40. This is their Nude Glow Color Correcting Medium Coverage, and I can attest it's definitely medium coverage. Then we went in with our NARS Concealer in Creme Brulee. I then started to bronze, and I used the Fenty Beauty in Caramel Cutie, which I do think is slightly deeper for me. And we did have to kind of, if you remember, we did really have to kind of maneuver that around the face. But I do think it's because the foundation and serum kind of, maybe it was just a little bit stuck, and maybe I needed to set that with some powder beforehand. But it's a really beautiful color. It's called Caramel Cutie. It's from Fenty Beauty by Rihanna. And this is what it looks like. You get a full length mirror, and I'll just do a quick swatch for you. That's what that looks like. So that's the bronzer we have on. Then I went in with the PS blush from Primark, which I'm trying to find on the makeup desk. Here we go. PS blush from Primark. And this is in Sangria. I'm really into the deeper shades at the minute, so that's what we use there. And we used that on the kind of the high end of the cheeks. We then went in with a highlighter from e.l.f. Duo Watermelon, which doesn't seem to be available anymore. And then the eyeshadow palette we used was the W7 Socialite palette. That's what we used tonight. I can do another look. I've done kind of the deep kind of gold looks with this before, so I kind of thought I wanted to kind of focus on the pinks and things like that. If I just show you some of the, let's show you a glitter, because we use shimmers. Look at that glitter, guys. Hang on, if I just show you. I'm trying to keep it on camera. That's the glitter, but let's look at a shimmer, because the shimmers are very heavy. So you can see you do get a really, really good selection there, guys. And they are a dupe for Huda Beauty. So another W7, a good find there. So that's the end of the video, guys. I want to thank everybody that has come on tonight. Again, these are for you as well as for me. The interaction is always what I'm looking for with you guys, what you'd like to see on the channel. I'm really looking super glowy today, but again, I think that's because of the serum and the foundation. Both had kind of serumy, huge skincare kind of ingredients in it, and the lights are kind of right on me, but the natural lighting will show in the photos too. So thank you for watching the video, guys. I really appreciate it, and take care, and I'll see you soon.